All right, McKenna, last one for you is a video that we actually just had to put in there because it's so cute.
Did she post this entire... Mom, you posted that entire video. I can't with you. I thought we were posting a clip of it, not the entire video.
Hey friends, it's your girl, Emily Curl. Welcome back to my iHeart studio. Today we're hanging out with the Emmy-nominated singer, songwriter, and star of the new film, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Let's welcome in McKenna Grace. McKenna, thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So nice to have you, so nice to see you. You have a lot happening right now, so much cool stuff to dive into. What's life been like for you lately?
It's been a little while, but I'm really excited and happy about all the things that are going on.
Well, we're excited for you. Now we're gonna play a segment today called Behind the Gram. So we pulled a few of our favorite photos from your Instagram and we want you to tell us what went on behind the gram. It's gonna be fun. Are you ready to play?
Yes, I'm all ready. I haven't seen any of these photos yet, so I'm like coming in fresh-minded. I'm excited.
Okay, well then this will be fun. Let's start with our first one. This is perhaps my favorite. Your first Emmys. So exciting for The Handmaid's Tale, which truly is one of my favorite shows. I mean, such an amazing experience. Before we even dive into these photos, what was it like working on such an iconic show?
Oh man, it was great. I felt so honored to be working on a show that has just, I feel like it has such a good cast. I feel like all of the acting feels so real, so I didn't want to be the one to break that track record, but it was incredible being able to be on a show with these talented actors who I look up to so much.
The show's also so intense. Watching that back for you, what was that experience like?
It was surprisingly really nice. It's a really great set to work on because they keep it so, it's a really nice vibe of a set. I feel like that's important to have, especially with such dark subject matter that you're working with. But I love these pictures. I actually didn't have a dress the morning of the Emmys. The morning of the Emmys, I did not have a dress.
I was reading your caption. I was like, how? Okay, how did that happen?
Don't ask me. I have no clue, but I did not have a dress for the Emmys the day of, and I was panicking and freaking out. And luckily, my wonderful stylist I had never worked with her before, but you know, it's the Emmys and there was so much going on, and because COVID's finally opening back up, all the showrooms, all the places where you find dresses, just there was nothing because there was fashion shows going on. I think that the Met had just happened. There was so much, and so nothing was really available. And randomly, we found this wonderful vintage dress, and we had to sew up the zipper because, you know, since it's vintage, it's kind of falling apart a little bit. And that shawl, it's actually supposed to come off the dress, but we sewed it on a little bit so that I could keep it there so that I wouldn't lose it because I'm irresponsible. And I had on my Mima who passed away in 2019. I had on her wedding ring, so that felt really special. And it was such a special night. It was crazy, and I felt so fancy because my stylist had Chanel No. 5 perfume and she let me wear some. Ooh, I felt so fancy that night, but I love those pictures. I'll never forget that.
You know, your first Emmys, what did your family think of this?
My dad got to take me. My dad is an orthopedic surgeon, so he works a ton, and he doesn't really get to visit the set that much or get to go to that type of stuff, so I always go to sets with my mom, and so my dad will take me to, like, award shows and, like, and things like that, so it was a really fun time for my dad and I to be able to go together. I mean, that night we got, like, pizza and all celebrated because it was just so cool to be able to go to something like that.
That's so fun. And such different worlds. Is he always surprised by this world? I mean, being in like the medical field.
He's such a big movie buff, so it's really fun to be able to go to events like that with him, because whenever like I'm auditioning for things, my dad will be the one to like IMDb everything, and he'll be like, McKenna, this person, the person that's directing this, he did da-da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da-da, and look at this, oh my god, and we'll all get hyped together. And whenever I go to like events with my mom, like, you know, we try to stay very professional, and we'll get things done and take the pictures, and then we'll hang out, but whenever I go with my dad, the entire time we go, we just geek out. And so then we'll get home and my mom will be like, wait, you didn't get a picture on the red carpet? What did y'all do? And we'll be like, well, we saw Jake Gyllenhaal and freaked out.
You need the best of both worlds though, okay? You need to have them both. I love it. That's so funny. Okay, well, let's go to our next one that we have here for you pulled up. This is your trip to New York City. Now, we're in New York, so of course I love this. But you have a lot of iconic photos in this. First off, we're starting with Kermit the Frog. Where were these pictures taken?
So Kermit the Frog and the one of me and Logan and the berets was at the New York Comic-Con. I'd never been to Comic-Con before, and I've always wanted to go. And we got to have a panel at Comic-Con, and we surprised screened our film for 3,000 Ghostbusters fans while we were there, and it was wild. And they told me that it wouldn't be a good idea if I went. The studio was like, no, McKenna, don't go. That's like not a good idea. And I was like, oh yeah, don't worry, I won't. And then the next day I went to Comic-Con, and it's not even like I tried to hide it. I posted about it. I made an entire TikTok about going to New York Comic-Con, but I never got in trouble, so it was fine. But it was so cool, and I got to go to New York Comic-Con, and I saw Kermit. I saw somebody dressed up as Jim Henson, I believe, and they had Kermit the Frog on their arm, and I was losing my mind. I was like, please take a picture with me, please. And he did like a voice impression too. I saw somebody there who's dressed up as Squid Game, and then I went to there was an entire like Ghostbusters section, so I got to go and meet everybody and say hi and thank you for coming. It was so cool.
So let's go to our next one, because we have BTS of your Haunted House music video, which is so cool because you were a co-director of this video.
I was. I co-directed the music video and I wrote the entire music video, so it was really cool to be able to see all those camera shots and angles and everything come to life.
Did you have a favorite part of the process?
I thought it was really special to be able to direct, especially since I had such a specific vision for the music video. And it was cool to have a co-director as well, because I feel like that really helped me in translating what I wanted to do, because I knew exactly the angles and everything that I wanted, but I didn't know what to say. So I'd be like, just like make it like this. Like if I go here and I'm leaning back like that, and the camera's here, and then I'm right here doing this. Just like, how do we this? I don't know. Let me take a picture. I don't know. It was really fun.
That's amazing. Can we expect more directing from you in the future? Is that something that you want to continue doing?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And my dad and I have been writing scripts lately. I'm actually in Vancouver right now because we're shooting the sequel to The Bad Seed, which my dad and I wrote the script for this sequel. So I'm shooting a film that my dad and I wrote, which is really weird.
I mean, what is that like, being on set working with your dad? That's amazing.
It's really fun. And it's, like I said, my dad's an orthopedic surgeon, so he's not out here yet. And we are starting shooting, I think, on Thursday, which is crazy. But he's going to come out here in December and see the set, and that's going to be so fun. He'll be out here for like a whole week.
All right, McKenna, let's talk about this Ghostbusters Afterlife cast. First off, such an iconic cast. What was that first meeting like on set?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a dream. I mean, look at those pictures. Those pictures are so cool to me. I felt so nervous being like, so can I take a picture? It was very nerve-wracking, but it's so cool. They're all so nice and kind. And I love that picture of everybody laughing. That's so sweet. I have another picture, and it's like an overhead view, and it's like all of us sitting there together, and it's like in my favorites because it makes me feel so cool. But I was so nervous that morning because I was like, I literally am the only girl going on this panel, and I'm also the only person like under 30 going on this panel. I'm the only girl. I'm very nervous. It was very nerve-wracking, but at the same time, everybody there is so kind. So it was so fun going on to that.
Well, we love that. All right, so let's talk about your single Haunted House 2 for a second. Let's go to this album artwork, which before we even dive into the single, tell me about the artwork. How did you decide on this? Was this part of your vision?
I mean, we actually didn't really know what we were going to do as the cover. We went to this house that was just so odd and spooky, and we just had a photo shoot. We took a ton of different pictures. Like we took ones that we might use for my next single, and ones that we're using for this, and we were like, we'll just pick afterwards, I guess. And we spent like all day shooting at this really creepy, weird house, and it was so fun. But yeah, I mean, it was total accidental, but I love the way that it ended up turning out. I'm really happy with it, and the ray of light across it. It's so fun.
Now, you actually wrote this song too before Ghostbusters, which was so interesting to me. Where was the idea from the song born?
It was just from personal experiences that I had over COVID. Just experiences that I had with friends and family. It's kind of a couple different things, just kind of molded into one song that sounds like a breakup song. But it's really nice. I'm happy with the way that it turned out, and I feel like it is really weird that it ended up in Ghostbusters because I feel like it parallels so well with the
I
story.
know, right? What a crazy coincidence, truly. You also said that being a part of Ghostbusters was the highlight of your film journey, which I thought was so interesting because you have been in so many amazing things. What about this experience really stood out to you as being the highlight?
Well, I mean, it definitely is one of the highlights. I always like feel so weird about saying like something is my overall favorite because I feel like I'm just so thankful and grateful to all the films that I've I've done so far. But I mean, like, genuinely, Ghostbusters was such an experience, being such a big fan of the original and getting to work with an incredible director such as Jason Reitman and getting to work with the original Ghostbusters, who are just legends, not only in the fact that they're the original Ghostbusters, but throughout their careers, they've done so much. And getting to work with Paul Rudd and Miss Carrie Coon, she's just brilliant. I think that she's one of my, like, favorite actresses I've ever worked with. She's magnificent. Finn was so lovely. And Logan, who plays Podcast, that's his first film ever. Isn't that insane that Ghostbusters is his first film ever? He hasn't even done like a commercial or he did a FedEx training video and that's it. And I was like, dude, how?
Insane.
And he's so talented. So it's really funny to be able to see all of that and to get to be able to be a part of it.
Is there one memory or moment from set that really stands out to you, something that you're going to remember for a long time?
I remember whenever Bill Murray had a bagpiper for his birthday and then sang for all of us. And then whenever I asked for a picture with him and he picked me up. So that was really funny. He like picked me up and held me like that. And I was like, huh, okay, I guess we're doing that. Getting like on the proton pack and walking through wheat fields with it. Getting to slide down the fire pole was so fun. That was so exciting all the time.
But also, I mean, working alongside Paul Rudd, who is, again, another everyone's favorite funny man. What was that experience like for you working with Paul?
Really crazy. He's exactly what you'd expect. He's just like a really sweet guy, like really funny, super kind, and just a joy to be around. I loved getting to work with him. It was an honor, and I don't know, I feel like he's just so lovely.
He seems like it for sure. Okay, so McKenna, we have a few more for you. Let's go to our next photo. You in Times Square, which I feel like it's like the dream for everyone to see themselves in Times Square. Take me back to that moment. What's going through your mind?
I didn't know why we were standing out there. I just finished live on The View, and so then we decided to go to Times Square with my friend for lunch, and we were just kind of standing outside by this billboard thingy, and I remember there was like a naked cowboy playing music, and so I was just standing there like listening to him, and I was like, okay, get it, yes, King, we love. And I was just like kind of paying attention to him until everybody started screaming, and I was like, what's going on? I'm really cold, I want lunch. And then I turned, and I was up there, and I started screaming. I made a TikTok. It was so crazy. I remember last time we were in New York, maybe like a month or two before this, my mom and I went in and we were like, manifesting it now, a billboard in Times Square someday, for music someday. And it's insane because you can't see it in that picture, but there's also a Ghostbusters billboard a few billboards away from that one. And it was just so surreal.
Okay, so I have to ask, what are you manifesting right now?
I'm just manifesting that people will like my song, you know, because I feel like it's been out for a short period of time, and I'm just hoping. Fingers are crossed, you know.
Now, this is something that you have obviously thought about, worked towards for a long time. All right, McKenna, last one for you is a video that we actually just had to put in there because it's so cute.
Did she post this entire... Mom, you posted that entire video. I can't with you. I thought we were posting a clip of it, not the entire video. Oh, God. I thought I was it, like, that dance. Oh, my God.
The gloves, the mask, everything. And now you're dancing to Ghostbusters, right?
I'm dressed up as Daphne from Scooby-Doo, and I'm dancing to the Ghostbusters theme. And I thought that was really funny, especially since I ended up playing young Daphne and Scoob, and then I ended up being in Ghostbusters. I feel like it's just this weird kind of, like, foreshadowing. I'm really good at manifesting. I guess
really
I
are.
Really good at manifesting. It's the weirdest thing. I sent that to Jason Reitman, and I was like, well, that's weird.
When you think back on this time, like, did you know at this young age, like, this is what I want to do? This is what I'm meant to do?
Yeah. I was already living out in LA in this video. I have like a Goodbye World poster and a Gifted one probably up in the background, which was really fun. I always knew that this was kind of what I wanted to do, that I really loved it.
And can we expect more music coming soon? You're already working on another project, right? Another acting project.
Oh goodness, there's a lot of acting stuff coming up. I'm going to be returning for the next season of Handmaid's Tale. I'm currently working in Vancouver on the sequel to The Bad Seed that my dad and I wrote. My dad and I co-wrote it together, and then I'm producing and starring in it, which is really weird. I'm going to be working on a film next year with Olivia Wilde and Thomas and McKenzie called Perfect. But yeah, I'm definitely working on a ton more music. I cannot wait. I know I actually have a date that I know when I'm releasing my next single. So I can't wait to be able to announce that.
So exciting. Oh my God, so exciting.
I have more music videos written, a ton. I have so many songs. Let me look in my phone, actually. I spent like a good hour and a half on my plane flight the other day writing music because I was listening to Lana Del Rey and Mitski, and I was like, I should write some like weird metaphorical indie stuff. Right now I have 14 and I have like a bunch, like maybe 4 more, so that'd be like 18 songs that are recorded and produced, not mastered.
You have 18 songs ready to go?
And then in my finished songs, I have 34 written songs in my notes, but that's excluding my my notebooks. So I'm really excited because I have so much that's ready. Sorry, my dog's barking.
Oh my gosh, can we expect a full album soon?
I'd love to do an album. I think that I'm working on an EP right now, but we'll see what happens. Oh, hi Gizmo. Oh. Hello.
Oh my God, Gizmo. Get out of here, Gizmo. Hi, Gizmo.
This is Gizmo, Free Snack, Benjamin, Cheese Whiz, Freaky Bad Boy, Chicken Nugget, DiCaprio. But we call him Gizmo.
DiCaprio, this is the last time. I love it. McKenna, thank you so much for being here and going behind the gram with us and introducing us to Gizmo. Honestly, another highlight of the video.
Say hello, Gizmo. Say thank you. Say thank you for having me.
And for all of you watching, make sure you stream Haunted House. It's out now. Go watch the music video and go see Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is also out now. McKenna, thank you so much again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.